Hey guys, so before we start, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, me, because without me, none of these videos would be possible. Thank you. Now, on to today's topic. No. Uh, John, you stupid fucker. No, I was browsing, Twitter, as I tend to do, and I'm gonna shrink myself. Not the only thing that's here that's shrunk. And, I saw this. So, here on the left, we have some kind of like, oh yeah, women love big 15-inch dicks. Because down here we've got, not enough, pathetic, harder, deeper. Is that all? More, that's the spot. Fertilized me and penetrated. Obviously, that's almost right up into the rib cage. But then we have, why stop there? Now, anyone who knows who this is finds this fucking hilarious. So for anyone who doesn't know, this is Vlad the Impaler, and he was known for well, impaling things, lots of things, men, women, children. It didn't matter. He had entire areas full of just people on spikes, just to send a message to anyone who thought of invading. This dude was pretty fucked up, but he's like, why stop there? Like we know you would go further, but yeah, I just saw that and I thought it was funny. Of course, I have a bad sense of humor, and despite the guy that murdered hundreds of thousands of people, you know, you find humor in it. But stay hydrated. Um, so I went down to Dollar General. I had to get some more medicine for myself since I still feel like shit. I gotta sneeze again. Okay. Yeah. So I had to get more medicine. I had to get some more cat food because well, they ate it all. I have cans of tuna, but it's like I'm sure they want something more than just tuna right now. I had those big cans of chicken. I ate one of them myself yesterday because I was like, well, there's three. I'm giving them two of them. So I gave one of those yesterday. I gave them one today, and I had wait, wait. Yeah, one yesterday early in the day. I had one myself yesterday, and then today I gave them the third because there was only three. But they're just like, nom, 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 nom. They love that chicken. Chicken? Mock mock chicken? Um, but Miko, she has finally understood the marvels of this. The petting underneath the chin. She was playing with my feet yesterday, and that's what she was doing pretty much most of the time. She was just attacking my feet, and I just caught her off guard. I just started under her chin, and she was like, and then she died. I'm kidding. She didn't actually die, but she just became so fucking relaxed, and she fell asleep for like 5 minutes. I wasn't petting her after that. I was just letting her sleep, and she was just sleeping. And now when I go out there, she's like jumps, like comes, sits on my foot. She's wanting me to pet her under here, and it's like every single day she makes more and more progress with me. So she loves her grandpa. Being a grandpa's not an easy job. I'm like, you're my favorite. It's like, who's my favorite grandbaby? It's like, I'm your only grandbaby. Not true. You're not my only grandbaby. I had six others before. Ava had six babies, and then we gave them all away. Three boys, three girls. Illidan, Arthas, and Biff. Yes, Biff, because he was a butthead. And then Amber, Ashley, and Jaina. So three boys, three girls. So technically, I'm a great grandfather because they went on to have babies as well. So I'm an old man. But now she's really my only grandbaby. So it's like, who's my favorite grandbaby? Grandpa, I'm your only grandbaby. Well, physically, you're my only grandbaby. Lucifer decided to come up there again. They were eating, I just fed them. And he waits till like the last goddamn second to come up there. They're like pretty much finished, and he's like, I'm like, Lucifer, you ate, you waited too long. They ate it all. Like, there's still dry food for you, but if you're looking for the wet stuff, the good stuff, it's already gone there, buddy boy. He waits too fucking long, and then he's all sad and all that when he finds that there's none left. Yep, what I wanted. There we go. Seeing it uneven makes me unhappy. Talking about the little right on this side, like little boundary right there between my picture and the background. So it was uneven. There was more on that side than there was on that side, so I had to even it out. Um, but yeah, so the the kid, actually he's not a kid, he's like 20 years old or something. It's like a kid to me because I'm old. But he said that like earlier today there was like what was it? Like that people lately have been complaining about having to show their IDs for, cigarettes and stuff like that. They had, like he said, like, yeah, there was like this 80-year-old dude who came in and he was complaining for like 5 minutes. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. In that 5 minutes he was sitting there complaining, he could have just fucking pulled out his ID card. It's like I don't get why people don't understand. It's like it's the law, you know. Even if you look over a certain age, it's like I don't, well, apart from the gray hairs and all that, I don't look 34. Those people are thinking I'm younger than that. So some people look older than their age, some people look younger, but he's like, oh yeah, some 80-year-old. I was like, I mean, you could be buying those for kids for all we know. And people are like, well, why would you, if it was for kids, and why would you ask them? Well, because if the authorities find out, they have surveillance cameras and they can say, well, you did ask that person for their ID, thinking it was for them, but then they go outside and give it to the. It's basically like insurance. It's like, well, you did your job and you asked them for their ID, so you're not liable. So, but legally, you cannot sell cigarettes to anyone under the age of 18, and you cannot sell alcohol to anyone under the age of 21. That's just how it is. And then if you break that law, then you can get fined, you'll get fired, and then chances are, in some cases, people will look at it and be like, well, you have a very lengthy resume, but your last job you were let go for not checking ID properly, and apparently there was alcohol given to a 13-year-old. Yeah, we don't want that. We want everyone here who to do their job. We don't want any possible mistakes. So, but I don't get why people feel so entitled to everything. It's like, oh, can you show me your ID? Well, why the fuck do I need to show you my ID? Because it's the law. So in case you give it to fucking kids, we're not responsible. Because I've done my job and I asked you for the ID, and whatever you do afterwards, that's what you do afterwards. But as long as the cameras see me checking your ID, the store can't be held liable for it. Because that's just how it is. I remember I went down to the store once. I was picking up a friend. She was going to the bus stop, and I was going to pick her up and all that. And I stopped in the gas station for something to drink, and there were these kids out there. They were asking. They were like fucking like 14 years old, and they were asking me to fucking buy cigarettes for them. I'm like, no. And they're like, why not? It's like, because I get seen handing them to you, I'm getting in trouble because we're not supposed to be giving cigarettes to people under the age of fucking 18. legally. If you smoke at home or something, that's one thing. But asking a person to buy cigarettes for you, that's another thing. And I'm not going to get sent to jail or be fined or whatever just because of that. They're like, oh, I guess you have a point. And then instead of just leaving, they just stayed there. Probably waiting for the next idiot to fucking come along to see if they can get it from them. But people are so fucking entitled. Just show your fucking ID. Like the medicine stuff. The stuff you see right there. Because it's a medicine type thing, they have to ask you for your ID. I'm not gonna say, oh no, no, what you know me. What just pull it out, show them ID. Not that big of a fucking deal. Like I said, this dude was like apparently complaining for like um 5 minutes about it. Like in that time he could have just fucking showed his ID and it would have been over and he could have just, left. But instead he wants to rant and rave like a fucking asshole, probably in front of other people. Because you know how old people are. But that's why I'm glad I don't work with fucking people anymore. You know? Like the factory work may suck, but I don't have to work with anyone. I don't have to deal with customers. I don't have to deal with that bullshit. I don't have any patience anymore for it. I don't. I cannot stand it. But also I finally got my nosebleed was yesterday was pretty bad. Like you would think someone punched me in the nose. Like I don't remember even how it started. It was since yesterday or the day before. After a certain amount of sneezes, my fucking nose would start bleeding. But yesterday, I don't know why it was so bad, but it was bad. Like my head was tilted back and it was still like flowing out. It was like it came down all down here, got right here, like all my mouth right there. It looked like someone had punched me in the fucking nose. That's how much blood was pouring out. Luckily, I got it under control in like a minute. And then once I got it under control, it was just like stopped. But it's fucking annoying. And then once it happens once, it's just gonna keep happening until the thing fully heals up. And but yeah, it's like I had my head tilted back because that's supposed to help it kind of drain back. But no, it was just kept flowing out. It just kept fucking flowing. Like I said, it looked like someone had punched me in the fucking nose. It was crazy. I was like, ah. It was like all in my fucking mouth, my teeth, and down here, and I don't remember how, but it ended up on the fucking mirror, and so I had to fucking clean the sink and clean the mirror, and it was not a pretty sight. Not a pretty sight. I could have made a menstruation joke, but I'd rather not. I don't want to be insensitive. Oh god. I'm done. Period. I'm a terrible person. Anyways, that's enough ranting and raving from me. Let's see. So what do we talk about? My my sponsor or lack thereof. I'm never getting a sponsor ever. Uh Dollar General and how people are so fucking impatient and entitled that they're like, "Oh, I don't want to give my ID." We talked about the cats. We talked about my bloody nose. Um, yeah, in all under 15 minutes. I'm over my quota. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.